Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. Welcome to my channel. It's my daily vlog, so whatever I'm up to is what you're gonna see here. And my journey to keep doing the things to take care of myself continues. It has been the season of getting some medical appointments in before my health insurance changes over and working diligently to do so, and today was another one of those days. And because I don't take my camera into the doctor's office, I, wasn't going to film while I was there. But it's very much in line with what's going on in the world today. So today I went for my annual mammogram. So this is something that, we have to do every year. It is what it is, but it's part of our reproductive health. So I wanted to talk about two different things. I wanted to talk about the fact that this is a screening that saves lives, and I want to sort of demystify what happens. So if anyone has fear about doing it, if anybody puts it off, let's talk about why we have to go through this and why it's worthwhile. The other thing I want to sort of talk about is that, there are other services that Planned Parenthood does that are not abortion related, and health screenings like this are part of gynecological exams. I was referred for my mammo by my GYN, so I want to talk about that a little bit too. So first things first, what is it? What happens? I had my first one last year. I hit that age, and all of a sudden, the doctor sends you all over the place. Get this screening, get that screening, get this test, get that test. As my mom tells me, you get to a certain point and you need a little maintenance. We're like classic cars. So this is part of the routine maintenance to keep us up to date. So it's easy. It's not pleasant. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, I can't wait for my next one, because I don't, I'm not looking forward to it. But my appointment was at 10 a.m. and I was home by 10:30. So I was in and out. It doesn't take very long to do. Obviously, if you have like a waiting room full of people, you might have a longer wait, but it worked out that I did not have a long wait in the waiting room, and the actual procedure itself, very, very fast. So, what's it like? For starters, when you go, no lotion, no deodorant, you gotta be a little stinky for a little bit. It's okay, they don't mind, they know, because those things can affect the image. So it works kind of like, I guess like an x-ray, similar is what it feels like. So what happens is there's two types of images per breast. So there's like an up and down image. So they literally like put your breast on top of a shelf, and then they put it in the right position, and then a piece from the top slowly comes down and compresses. The pressure on my breast was not terrible. What I found most uncomfortable about this, there's a piece of plexiglass or, like something right here, plastic. And my face was mushed up against the thing. And you're like held in place by your boob and you're just mushed up like this. So I found my face being mushed against this thing, because I had, like, that was the position they needed me in to get the image. So I think having my face mushed against the plexiglass was more uncomfortable than the pressure being placed on me by the machine. So it's kind of comical in that sense, but, like I said, uncomfortable, but was not painful for me. Then they do that for both sides. And then the machine kind of like rotates 45 degrees, and they do the same thing but a side view. And because the machine rotates that 45 degrees, the plexiglass piece moves, so you're not putting your face into it. But the problem I kept having was, because of the pressure, my natural instinct was to kind of, put my head down and curl up. Like, that's just like, when you're uncomfortable, you tend to revert to like that ball form, like fetal position, right? So they had to keep telling me, keep your chin up, keep your chin up. So I like had to very consciously think about keeping my head back. So same thing, just 45-degree from the side view. But like I said, it was very fast. I was probably in that room 5-10 minutes, if that. It does not take very long. It's a moment of discomfort, but not outright painful, just uncomfortable, at least for me. That was my experience. But this is so important, that moment of discomfort screens for cancer. A cancer that kills so many people. And it's so important that we get this screening. Don't put it off. Don't put it off. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be embarrassed. The techs do this all the time. This is their job. They've seen it all. You know, they're not there to judge you. They're not there to snicker at you or, you know, make any commentary. This is their job, and they are professionals about it, or at least they should be. And they are there to help you and feel as comfortable as you can to get this procedure completed, and, you know, to make sure that you're safe and healthy. That is the end goal, to be safe and healthy. So if your doctor is recommending that you are at that age, or for any other reason that you should have a mammogram, I don't think you should be afraid of it. It's not fun. It's not fun. You know, it's not, you know, going to an amusement park and having a great day. But, you know, of all the different tests and scopes and scans and pokes and prods and things that I've had to go through, it's not that big a deal. It's not, you know, I think getting my MRIs are worse in different ways. But again, everybody's different. Like for me, the MRIs are worse because it involves getting the IV contrast. And for me, that's a huge big deal. But for some other people, that might not be a big deal. So everyone is different. This is just my experience and my opinion and what I went through. So, you know, it saves lives. It saves lives. And speaking of saving lives, I wanted to mention Planned Parenthood. There was a period of my life that I lived in California for a year. And this was like, the internet existed, but it was not a huge thing. You know, we did not have smartphones. We did not have ways of easily looking up doctors. You know, access to care was much more complicated. Like, I did not know where to go. I found a PCP through word of mouth, asking a coworker who her doctor was. So like it was a lot more complicated to find, you know, a doctor, you know, back during that time period. But Planned Parenthood was there, and I needed to go for an annual exam. I was like, you know what? They do comprehensive women's health care. That's where I'm going. And that's where I went. And I got my annual exam there. And I say this because they do so much more than just abortion. That is only one small fraction, and federal funding does not touch that. It legally, it never could. But they provide comprehensive reproductive health services for anyone who needs it. End of story. Full stop. So I've used their services. I appreciated that was how I had access to get, you know, my annual cancer screening. I had that access because they existed. And I'm very worried right now. I'm very, very worried about reproductive health care for anyone who has a uterus right now. It's a hard time. It's a hard time right now. So that being said, do what you can to take care of yourself right now. Stay safe and stay strong. And until tomorrow, stay inspired by. Take care.